You've been lied to. You don't need Python. You don't need massive GPU clusters. And you definitely don't need an army of data scientists to use AI. What happened is simple. The AI industry sold complexity as necessity. And why this matters to you is because that lie is costing businesses time, money, and momentum. In this video, you'll see why most businesses already have everything they need to build practical AI, and how to stop chasing hype and start delivering real results.
Part 1. Why the AI industry profits from making simple solutions feel complex. The AI industry has a problem, and it's not technical, it's economic. Complexity sells. Complex tools justify expensive consulting, massive cloud bills, and oversized teams. So the market pushes a narrative that AI is inaccessible unless you radically change everything. Here's the reality most vendors won't say out loud. Modern AI is no longer about inventing models. It's about applying intelligence to existing work. That distinction changes everything. Businesses didn't suddenly become incapable when AI arrived. Your workflows still exist. Your data still exists. Your people still understand the problems better than any external vendor ever will. But when organizations hear phrases like custom model training or cloud-native AI-first architecture, fear kicks in. They assume they're behind. They assume they need to rebuild. That fear leads to overbuying, overhiring, and under-delivering. AI adoption fails not because the technology is hard, but because the framing is wrong. The smartest companies aren't chasing the loudest tools. They're quietly layering intelligence onto what already works and compounding value instead of resetting the clock. Part 2. Why Python is optional, not required, for real-world AI solutions. Let's address the loudest myth first. You need Python to do AI. No, you don't. Python dominates research and experimentation. But production AI inside businesses is a very different world. If you're building the next foundational LLM, yes, Python matters. But most organizations aren't doing that. They're applying AI, not inventing it. In Microsoft ecosystems, .NET is fully capable. Semantic Kernel was designed for .NET developers. ML.NET handles classical machine learning without Python. And Power Platform enables AI for non-developers entirely. More importantly, 95% of business AI use cases don't require training models at all. They involve classification, summarization, search, decision support, automation, all of which are handled through SDKs and APIs. Python isn't magic. It's just one tool in one context. You don't need Python unless you're building the next GPT. And believing otherwise keeps teams stuck, waiting, and dependent instead of shipping. Part 3. How foundation models eliminated the need for massive data science teams. The second myth is even more expensive. You need a massive data science team. That used to be true, it is not anymore. Foundation models eliminated most of the traditional machine learning workflow. You don't need to label data. You don't need to tune hyperparameters. You don't need months of experimentation. The intelligence is already built. You already have database administrators. .NET developers have experience developing data-driven applications. What you actually need is far simpler. Your business processes, your internal knowledge, and your people's expertise. Modern AI success is less about math and more about context. Knowing which documents matter, which decisions are risky, which workflows create friction. Those insights don't live with data scientists. They live inside your organization. When companies hire large AI teams without clarity, they create abstraction layers that slow everything down. Small, focused teams with domain knowledge consistently outperform them.
AI amplifies understanding. It does not replace it. And that shift fundamentally changes how organizations should staff AI initiatives. Part 4. Why AI works best as a layer, not a system rewrite. Another damaging myth says AI requires rewriting your systems. That assumption destroys momentum. AI works best as a layer, not a replacement. Modern architectures support plugins, add-on API endpoints, microservices. Azure OpenAI can sit directly in front of legacy systems without touching core logic. Instead of training models, businesses use retrieval-augmented generation. RAG connects models to existing data safely, securely, and incrementally. No rewrites, no replatforming. This approach preserves stability while unlocking intelligence. It also keeps risk contained and budgets predictable. Companies that rewrite everything stall for years. Companies that layer AI ship in months. AI isn't a transformation event. It's a capability upgrade. And treating it that way separates practical builders from perpetual planners. Part 5. Why AI is far cheaper than most organizations believe. The next myth sounds logical, but it's wrong. AI is expensive. AI is only expensive when done poorly. Copilot is the cheapest enterprise entry point available. Azure AI allows precise cost controls. Pay-per-use pricing beats full-time hires every time. Most teams can start meaningful AI experiments for under $5 a day. The real cost isn't compute, it's indecision. When organizations delay waiting for perfect plans, they lose learning cycles. The winners iterate cheaply and early. AI rewards momentum, not perfection. Cost fears persist because AI is compared to worst-case scenarios. In practice, it behaves more like utility usage than capital investment, and that makes it one of the lowest-risk innovations available today.
Part 6. Why big cloud infrastructure is optional, not mandatory. The final myth ties everything together. You need massive cloud infrastructure. You don't. AI can integrate with SharePoint, SQL Server, on-prem systems through APIs, desktop applications, local automation workflows. Cloud is an enabler, not a prerequisite. Hybrid approaches dominate real enterprise environments, and AI works comfortably within them. Flexibility beats scale for most use cases. Organizations that start small learn faster. They expand only where value proves itself. That's how AI becomes sustainable, not overwhelming.
Part 7. How to shift from hype-driven AI to practical execution. Here's the real takeaway. Most AI myths exist to sell fear, not solutions. You don't need new languages, new teams, new infrastructure. You need clarity and discipline. The organizations winning with AI aren't louder, they're calmer. They focus on business value first and technology second. AI isn't about chasing trends, it's about improving decisions. And that mindset makes all the difference. Today we covered why most AI myths fall apart under scrutiny. Looking ahead, the real advantage belongs to teams that build thoughtfully instead of reactively. If this perspective resonates, explore more of my work on practical, business-ready AI. Thanks for watching.